But I could at least count on you, my own sister.
You have some nerve. Expecting unqualified support from me when you have given me very little of that in the past.
Yeah, Hank, have you checked that Allison Perkins signature yet? Uh-huh. Right. Right, thanks. It's been verified by our handwriting specialist. It's Allison's.
Court, how can you find out more than the police? They've already investigated the idea of the accomplice even before the note was found, and they found nothing.
I don't know, Ma. All I do know for sure is that I can't let Tina go to jail for something that she didn't do.
Oh, dear God. You are still in love with Tina, aren't you? Next thing I know, you're going to be telling me that you'll take her back.
No, Ma, I am never going to take her back. I can't live with a woman that I can't trust.
But you're certainly taking her word over all the evidence.
What evidence? Ma, whatever evidence they've got is flimsy and circumstantial at best. Maybe somebody planted all that stuff on her, you know? And I'm not even entirely convinced that Mitch Lawrence didn't plan this whole thing, just like he planned Jessica to be kidnapped in the first place.
And I'm convinced that you're still being blinded by Tina's love.
Oh, she is still my wife. And if she's being unjustly accused here, I need to stand by her. I need to give her my protection, my support. The more we're talking here, the more I'm convinced of that.
All right. In that case, I'll give you and Tina all the support that I can. I just wish that I had your belief that she isn't capable of hurting Vicky.
Well, she's not. The problem is that there's somebody out there who is capable of it. And that's the person I need to find.
Court, I promised Mary Lynn that I would pick her up for dinner.
Oh, well, that's fine, Ma. I need to go over to Lanfair myself.
Oh, well, if you see Clint or Vicky, would you give them my love?
Oh, yeah, I sure will. Come on, let me walk you out.
Look, buddy, I know how to say no comment in 7 languages. Do you want to hear them all?
Look at that. There's a friend of mine over there. I think you better go on. Looks like she could use some help.
Kate Saunders, huh? She's a very pretty lady.
All I'm asking for is a simple yes or no. Are the rumors true? Is your father getting your brother out of jail because his life is in danger?
No comment, and if you don't shut yourself up, I'm going to do it for you, buddy.
I love our modern advances. Remember those antiperspirants we used to use that went on wet, sticky? Then came Real, the advanced antiperspirant system. The top is soft. The antiperspirant is smooth, yet totally dry. Not a drop of water. You smooth it on. The perfect solution. The real solution that feels out of this world.
The future is real. The advanced antiperspirant system you smooth on. Real antiperspirant.
By Nan.
Oh, cereal. Those crunchy nuts and good things in the middle have got people talking.
Oh.
There's something in the middle of O's cereal that makes people say,
Oh!
Ow! There's something in the middle of O's cereal that makes people say,
Oh. Oh.
O's are loaded full of crunchy nuts.
and good things that show.
Wow.
There's something in the middle of O's cereal that makes people say,
O's Crunchy Nut or Honey Graham from Quaker.
Would you use eau de toilette to clean the toilet? Or bubble bath? Some bowl cleaners are perfume or detergent. But Lysol toilet bowl cleaner's heavy-duty action cleans and disinfects, eliminates rust and mineral stains, and disinfects under the rim. Get the heavyweight Lysol toilet bowl cleaner.
Even today, myths about menstrual pain can still affect us, so we accept painful periods as part of being a woman. Now shatter the myth. With new Midol 200, its advanced formula with ibuprofen helps block the source of menstrual pain. Midol 200, the menstrual pain specialist. Stop the pain and shatter the myth.
I don't clean anymore. Because none of these ordinary cleaners gives me what I want. Now I clean and disinfect with Lysol deodorizing cleaner. Look, Lysol not only cleans the greasiest dirt, it disinfects. Lemon Fresh Lysol cleaner takes cleaning one step further.
What are you doing?
Raking in a lot of overtime, waiting for the next episode of Moonlighting to get here.
You're kidding. Is it like that with all the shows?
Oh, no, we got a Colby's back there for next week. We got a Starman ain't going to show till April.
So when do you think this episode of Moonlighting is going to get here?
No, sometimes they don't get here at all.
Tonight, Moonlighting. Maybe. They fought in hell. Now,
Take it easy here. You don't want to beat up on this reporter here. In fact, I think we got laws against that in this country.
Well, that's very true. That's a good point, buddy. I mean, I'm not asking about who she's sleeping with or anything, only about her father.
Well, I think the lady's made it real clear that she doesn't want to talk to you. So why don't you just get the hell out of here?
Because, if you must know, this is my first assignment for the National Intruder. And I'd like to bring back a good story.
Look, buddy, your time in the hospital after I show off my karate will make a great story, only you won't be able to write it.
I'm starting to believe her.
I would, pal. Hey, I've seen the lady in action. You're pretty ugly.
Wait a second. Aren't you Cord Roberts?
Yeah, that's right. I work at the Banner.
So, how's that little wife of yours? I heard you threw her out of your bed. Has she found another one to crawl into?
Wait a minute, Cord. I think they've got laws about beating reporters up Western style, but hey, if you're willing to forget the rules, so am I.
I'll just draw my own conclusions.
I don't believe that punk. You know, no matter what you do or what you say to those people, they just misconstrue the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I've never been able to develop my father's tact and patience with them. Oh, God, I hope he's got a lot of it, because he's going to need it.
Why? Was there something to all those questions he was asking?
Yeah. Jamie's going to be out on bail tomorrow, but, Cord, I don't want to discuss it anymore. Do you want to have a drink? I'm sure we could find something else to talk about.
I'd love to, but I've got a bunch of black thoughts myself running around in my head. I'm not the person you need to lighten up with.
Tina.
Gee, how'd you guess?
Got that Tina look.
She's gotten herself into trouble again. And this time, I don't think she deserves it.
So you're going to go bail her out. Well, you and my dad have a lot in common right now.
I think there's more truth to that than you may know right now. Look, take a rain check on the drink.
Anytime, partner.
Take it easy.
So that's it? It's the gas chamber now?
Tina, who else would do the setting up? A Vicky? Of you? You gotta give me something to go on. I don't want to arrest you if you're innocent.
Rafe, I have no idea. I know as little as Vicky did. All I know is it wasn't me.
Rafe, look, Jessica's home and Allison's in a coma, and I have a lot of other problems to worry about. If I don't press charges, can we drop this?
You mean you believe me?
I don't know if I believe you, but I don't have the energy to go through this right now.
Vicky, that's not good enough.
For me either. This investigation has to continue. But I have to talk to the DA's office before I can book her on suspicion.
It does seem very illogical to me, though, that she could finagle a scheme like that while she was chasing around the country, trying to stop Cordero from finding out that she had blackmailed Asa Buchanan.
Exactly. I'm just not smart enough for that many scams.
Yeah, well, at any rate, you do have to give an official statement.
Oh, no. Do you think the press is going to find out?
All right, so breakdowns come in all sorts of forms, don't they? And all right, it was too much for her. I mean, the kidnapping, being accused of being Nikki Smith, and the harassment. So she put it out of her mind. But damn it, Herb, how can she just ask for a divorce? I mean, she's got to realize that we had something going for us before this.
I don't understand it either.
Well, she has convinced herself that Tom Dennison is Joe Riley. And she's in love with him.
Did she say that?
She didn't say it in so many words, but I got that feeling.
Yeah, look, Clint, I can't imagine a judge granting her a divorce if you contest because of amnesia.
Fine. But what if he does grant a divorce, Herb? Then what? What about the kids?
Hey, Jailbird Jamie. How about a smoke?
I don't smoke cigarettes, thanks.
That's right. You only smoke the stuff that gets you high or rich. I'm giving these up, slowly but surely. I'm starting to believe what they say about your health.
Look, are you hard up for someone to talk to, or what?
See, the thing is, though, it's not as dangerous as hiring a guard to stab you in the back in the dark.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do. The whole cell block does. Did it work? Are your important parents going to spring their poor little boy because he's in danger?
Look, why don't you just shove off?
No problem. It's just that I'm getting out on parole soon, and if you're out, I'm going to contact you and ask you for a favor. A job, a loan. My name is Squeak Sheldon. Remember it. Because if you don't, I think the district attorney will be real anxious to know the name of the guard that you hired to stab you in the back, in the dark.
Dad, you're back.
Yeah, have been for some time.
And?
I was pretty tough on him, but he didn't break. He just stuck with his story. I'll be a good boy.
You think it was just a story?
I don't know. I tend to believe him. Well, at least I did till I got home. It's sort of like you, you know. He means it now, but can he stick to it?
I don't know. How's Mom?
Oh, she's fine. She's out making the bail arrangements so he can get out tomorrow.
It's too bad none of us feel like giving him a welcome home party.
You will be here, won't you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna skip town to avoid the situation, if that's what you mean.
Good, we appreciate that.
Dad, I owe it to you, Mom, Jamie.
You will help us look out after him?
Well, I'm not gonna sign on as guard or babysitter.
No, I didn't mean that. I mean, if he needs a friend, somebody to talk to, go to a movie with. What I'm asking is just be friendly, I guess.
Look, if he lives up to his part of the bargain, I can handle it. But Dad, if he starts going back to his old ways, I can also handle dragging him back to jail.
Yeah, I'll just bet you could. Just hope we haven't made a mistake.
But what if they decide to arrest me after the interrogation?
You can post bail and leave. We have no desire to throw you behind bars.
But how much is bail going to be? And who on earth is going to put that up for me, huh?
Post bail and leave. We have no desire to throw you behind bars.
But how much is bail going to be? And who on earth is going to put that up for me, huh? Oh, Vicky. Vicky, would you please, even though I know Clint will say... Oh, yeah. Clint thinks I'm guilty. He won't let you do that. But I just remembered something. He said that I had destroyed your marriage. He made it sound like you were going to have a divorce or something.
Well, all right, if you must know, yes, I've asked him for a divorce, but I don't really think that this is the appropriate time to talk about that.
Vicky, I'm sorry. Look, you're going to have to explain this to me later. Right now, Tina and I have business to attend to. Let's go.
Vicky, please. Please, won't you give me the bail money, even if Clint says no? Cord, please, Rafe is going to take me, even though Vicky says that she's not going to press charges.
Rafe, if you arrest her, you're going to have to arrest me, too.
For what?
For being an accomplice to an accomplice. I don't know, whatever you guys call it. Thing is, I could have planted those keys on her myself. I had access to them.
I don't believe this.
Hey, I don't want her going through this humiliation on the basis of your flimsy evidence.
Can I have a private word with you out in the foyer?
Fine.
Wow. Vicky, did you see that? Did you see that? Cord still loves me.
You're saying you would want custody?
Of course I'd want custody, Herb. Are you kidding? You think I'm going to leave those kids with a woman who doesn't know what year it is, let alone who their father is?
Very often a mother is granted custody, especially when an infant is involved.
But in this case, Herb, I knew something strange was going on when Joey had an asthma attack right in front of her, and she didn't remember where in the hell the inhaler was. Now, the kid was fighting for air, and she didn't know where in the hell the inhaler was.
Did you tell me that she doesn't even remember having Joey or Jessica?
That's right. Now, isn't that a point or two for my side?
Clint, I'm just sick about this, and the more we talk about it,
You're sick. My gut feels like I've swallowed ground glass. Anyway, like I said, I want to prevent this divorce. Now, I came over here to try and get some kind of understanding. What's the options? What's the procedures?
Look, is she seeing a psychiatrist?
She went once. But nothing she said today made me think that she even wants her memory back. I mean, that'd mean she'd have to give up Tom or Joe or whoever the hell she thinks he is now.
Has she expressed her desire to have the children?
Oh, yeah. She wants the kids, all right. But Herb, I'll be damned if I'm going to let those kids be raised by a woman who hardly remembers them or let Tom Dennison play father.
Clint, I'm afraid if you can't work this out, you and Vicky are in for one hell of a custody fight.
The works, all right?
Yeah, well, right, thanks, Briggs. Okay, Cord, get yourself over to the Sanders mansion, will you?
Well, what's up?
Well, the homecoming of the great and almost late Jamie Sanders, huh? What else?
Look, the judge let Jamie out for fear for his own personal safety. I think the Banner ought to be satisfied with that.
All right, what is it, Cord? You know a good story when you hear it, huh? He was in no danger to anybody. His mother and father pulled some strings. He's out walking on the street, so go over there, will you, please, and get me a nice, sensitive, delicate photograph of the family in that homecoming.
Yeah, well, if you want that family portrait so bad, you better go get it yourself.
You refusing an assignment?
This family has been through hell these last few weeks. Now, I'm not going to take part in making it worse on them.
More impartial journalism?
Oh, more trash. You know, I don't even want to bother reading this stuff.
Father knows best, especially when Junior wants out.
Right.
Very clever.
Yeah, wonderful.
There seems to be two kinds of justice in the world, one for the Sanders and another for the rest of us. I hate to say it, Dad, but for once the national intruder is right.
Thanks.
Jack, Charles, Kate. Well, say something, somebody.
Welcome home, son.
Hi, Jamie.
It's okay, Mom. I wasn't expecting a royal reception.
I know it's going to be hard adjusting, but at least you're home and safe. I hope we can say the same for the rest of Landview. Kate.
That's all right. Don't come down on Kate. It's not a day to cheer. Look at this.
I just hope that you don't ever give them anything else to write about, Jamie. Ever.
Karen said you wanted to see me?
Yes, I didn't sleep a wink last night. How about you?
You know, if this is about the divorce, I don't really think we should talk without a third party present.
Oh, no, we'll have plenty of time for third-party discussions, Vicki. Right now, I think I should tell you that, well, I went to see Herb Callison yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. You see, he's allowed to handle outside cases as long as there's no conflict of interest, and he agreed to represent me.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm sure that he and Judith can resolve everything between us without any rancor.
Yeah. Anyway, there's something I think I should tell you.
Well, I know it's going to be painful, but look, once the papers are signed, we can get on with our lives, our separate lives.
No, you see, you don't quite understand. I didn't ask Herb to help me with the divorce. I asked him to help me prevent it.
Aggie, what's so important?
John, what took you so long?
Wait, what's the matter?
I'm in danger, terrible danger. See the man in the dark suit sitting by the bar there?
What about it?
Well, he was in the lobby last night, in the corridor outside my room later, in the breakfast room this morning. He's everywhere I go.
Aggie, relax. If he's sticking that closely to you, there's only one explanation for it. He's got to be one of Charles' men. He's guarding you, that's all.
No, I've met every man assigned to watch over me. He's not one of them. He must be working for Dimitri. He's here to kill me.
All right. Sit tight, all right? Hey, how you doing? I'll have whatever this gentleman's having.
You got it.
No, Mrs. Lord isn't in at the moment, but I'm her assistant. May I help you?
Diane, where's the boss lady?
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but Mrs. Lord believes that a frank discussion in sex therapy benefits everyone. As a matter of fact, she's holding a roundtable discussion next week, and... Boy, people are so narrow-minded.
Since when are you taking Dorian's calls?
She's meeting with her investment advisor this morning, and she's asked me to fill in until she gets back.
And you were more than happy to take over, I'm sure, Diane.
Is there something I can do for you, Teddy?
It's Reggie. And there's nothing you can do for me.
Just a second. Is that Dorian's mail?
For her eyes only, I'm sorry.
Well, she's also asked me to check her mail, so if you don't mind. You wouldn't want me to tell her that you questioned her orders, would you? Thanks. You're a credit to gophers everywhere.
A pleasure working with you as always.
Boy, people are so touchy today. Here, Mel. I wonder who this is from. Cassie.
Dear Mom, Vienna has been a dream. But like you always say, every dream comes to an end. Not that Jenny and David haven't been wonderful. They say they'd love for me to stay here forever. That's why I can't bring myself to tell them I'm leaving. I'm sure if you sent me a letter telling me how much you missed me, David and Jenny would understand I'd have to come home. Would you, Mom? Thanks. I'll wait for your letter before I break the news. All my love, Cassie.
Cassie, you're going to have a long, long wait.
You can't be serious.
Why can't I? Don't I look serious?
But that doesn't make any sense. Why fight it? It's inevitable.
Divorce is never inevitable. It takes a pair of people to make a divorce happen, Vicky, just like it does for a marriage. And this half of the pair is not ready to call it quits.
But it's not a matter of quitting. It is common sense.
Is that a fact? Well, I don't see the common sense in throwing away a marriage that has sustained us and our children for years.
I never said it didn't. But you were married to a different woman.
You are Vicky Buchanan. And you are the lady I chose as my wife.
No, I am not the same woman. Clint, I have no memory of our wedding. I have no memory of our honeymoon. I have no memory of giving birth to our daughter. I don't remember anything that's happened between us for 8 years.
I remember enough for both of us.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's not enough for me. Oh, please. Look, you're an intelligent man. Why on earth would you want to be married to a woman who doesn't know you and, more important, who doesn't love you?
Let's leave love out of it for right now, shall we? Let's just stick with this common sense you were talking about. Take a look around you. Look at this room. Look at the house. It's our home, Vicky. We chose the furniture, we chose the paintings on the wall, and we did it together.
But they're just things.
Things?
Yes.
What about those children upstairs? Huh? What about those kids? Now, sure, I know Kevin and Joey were Joe's babies. They were his boys. But we made them ours. Ours.
Well, I never said you weren't a good father.
Oh, come on. I'm not fishing for compliments. The point is we raised a couple of pretty terrific kids. And that doesn't happen by accident, you know. That takes commitment, it takes patience, and it takes love.
I'm not going to argue with that. But you cannot argue me into remembering things that are lost to me forever.
Really? What about Jessica? Is she lost to you forever? Have you taken a good look at her? I mean, really a good, close look at her, Vicky? She's got your eyes, my nose, your ears, and my chin. She is living proof. That beautiful little girl upstairs is living proof of our love for each other.
Yes, she is beautiful. And I already love her very, very much. But we would be doing her and the boys a great disservice by pretending to feel things that we don't.
Oh, but we would be doing them a great service by splitting this family apart.
Don't badger me.
I am not badgering you. I'm trying to appeal to your common sense. Vicky, you are throwing something very precious away. Something that you may never get back again.
Yeah, well, what about my memory? I may never get that back again either. I mean, you talk about this love and this understanding that built our marriage. I don't see them. All I see is a man who resorts to threats and to demands whenever he doesn't get his own way.
You are the one that's threatening this family. You're the one demanding a divorce. What the hell did you think I was going to do? Lay down and play dead for you?
You see? The slightest little thing just provokes you, doesn't it? Just like it did at the cabin when you beat Tom up.
Oh, damn it, Vicky! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's all getting very clear to me now. You're doing this for Tom, aren't you?
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. All this talk about divorce. Tom Dennison put you up to this.
No, he did not. It was my idea. If anything, he tried to talk me out of it.
Oh, I'll just bet he did. Ever since he has shown his face in this town, he has been a curse on his family.
I will not allow you to say such things about him.
I'll say that and more. He has oiled his way onto our property. He's taken my job. There's only one thing left for him to conquer, and that's you. Vicky, please, wake up. Will you wake up before he destroys everything we've got? We have got to stay together until you get your memory back.
I do not need my memory to tell me this much. Clint Buchanan, you don't know the first thing about love. Now let go of me!
If you think the two best-selling spray cleaners are alike, then you're in for...
It's not like you, Cord, to refuse an assignment.
Yeah? Well, it's also not like me to rub salt in somebody else's wound. Now, if you feel you need to fire me or whatever for something like this, fine. But I'm not taking the assignment.
Kate Sanders, right? I know she saved your life down there in the Devil's Claw, and I can understand how you feel you owe her for that.
You really don't understand any of this, do you?
Cord, we can't allow our personal feelings in our profession to interfere with a good story.
I'm talking about a little common decency here, all right? Now, maybe if you lost sense of that, I don't know what kind of newspaper you're trying to put out.
I'm trying to be patient with you. If I hadn't known you as long as I have, I'd drop kick you from here to Texas.
Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? First you got rid of Clint, and now you want to get rid of his son, too.
We cannot allow our personal feelings to be brought into this office.
Into Clint's office.
Okay. I'm going to appeal to your professionalism here, and I think, I think you're man enough to respond.
All right. I was out of line. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I'd feel the same way if I was in your position. I want to tell you something, Cord. I haven't moved into this office. This is Clint's office as far as I'm concerned. I still do my work down in the city room. All I am trying to do is the best I can to help Vicky, that's all.
I know that. I'm not trying to make excuses here. I just got a lot of things going on in my head right now.
Jana, right?
Yeah. I'm sure you've heard that she's being accused of setting up Vicky to look like Nikki Smith.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I don't want to go over to Sanders right now and flashing my camera off in their face. It's like it's so easy for everybody in this town to point an accusing finger at somebody just because they don't have enough facts.
Sometimes it's easier than others, isn't it?
Oh, what does that mean? That means that you think Tina's guilty, right?
Well, about Tina, I really don't know.
I'm telling you, Tom, she didn't do it. I swear she didn't.
You know, Cord, maybe you're too close to her to know exactly what she's capable of.
I know that she is capable of telling a lot of lies. I know that she's capable of doing a lot of damage, too, but she is not capable of deliberately hurting Vicky.
Come on. She already has, Cord. I'm glad the truth is finally out. At least Vicky's in the clear now.
But it's not the truth.
The evidence says different, according to the police.
The police can be wrong.
Can't we all? Well, I'm going home, do a little work there. On my way out, I'll see Briggs. I'll tell him that I took you off that assignment, okay?
So you're here for a convention, huh?
Yep. Peanuts.
Peanuts? Well, it's big business down south, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Almost as big as football. And the Ramblin' Rex from Georgia Tech. Now, there's a team I love. What a great name. They got another nickname, though, and I can't think of what the hell is it.
The Yellow Jackets.
Well, you're right. Never forget the great team they had under Bear Bryant.
No, you're thinking about Dodd. The Bear was Alabama.
I don't know where my head is this morning. Listen, it's been fun talking to you. I just see the little lady's giving me a nod. Y'all know about that down south, don't you?
Well, so whose side is he working for?
Peanuts.
What?
The guy's a peanut salesman. He's here on convention.
Are you sure? I mean, Dimitri's men can disguise themselves as anything.
Dimitri's men may know Uzis and hand grenades, but let me tell you, they know nothing about the Ramblin' Rex from Georgia Tech football team. This guy does.
You must think I'm a fool, don't you, John?
No, but I think you're letting yourself get terrified over nothing. You're perfectly safe here.
I am, as long as you're here with me. Thank you for putting up with my vivid imagination.
Hey, I told you to call me if you had any worries now, didn't I?
I know. But really, I must learn to restrain myself. After all, you've got better things to do with your life than watch over me. Go on. Well, we can't keep Dorian waiting, can we?
Hey, you're putting up an awfully brave front, but you're still scared, aren't you?
Well, as you said, I'm perfectly safe.
This time. But maybe next time the guy won't be a salesman, and that's what worries you, huh?
Well, we can't go around checking out every guest in the inn.
Why not? I'll tell you what, if it makes you sleep any better, I don't mind checking out every one of them.
John, you're really incredibly kind. But don't you know, that's not what's going to make me sleep better.
You know, I think I better stick to my first suggestion and go over the reservation list.
Well, what about lunch?
Well, hell, I'm already an hour late. I'll call Dorian and cancel. She'll understand.
How about it?
Yes, I know you were cutting short an important meeting to have lunch with me, Dorian, but something's come up that's even more important. Yeah, how'd you guess? Sweetheart, would you let me say... Dorian! Yeah.
Why did I get the feeling that she didn't understand?
She just hates being stood up, that's all. She'll get over it.
That's not the only thing she hates, is it, John?
Aggie, please, I'd rather not talk about Dorian if you don't mind.
It's just the last thing I want to do is to get between you and the love of your life.
I said let's drop it, all right? Now, by tonight, she'll have forgotten all about lunch.
Will she have forgotten about you and me?
Mr. Dennison, Cord.
Kate, how you doing? What's up?
I came here to see your boss, actually.
Sorry, you just missed him. Something I can help you with?
Not unless you have any influence on your publisher and editor.
Not like I used to, no. What is it?
This?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen this. But I tell you, the Chronicle and the Intruder did a better job on Jamie than we did.
Cord, I expected from rags like that, but the Banner prides itself on fair play. Do you call this objectivity?
Oh, Kate, hold it a minute. I'm on your side, remember? It's just that I really don't set up editorial policy.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to blame you. I just want some coverage on Jamie's release. That's fair.
Yeah, well, if it makes any difference, I talked to Tom about it and I made my pitch.
Well, what did he say?
He said he thought he was going light on Jamie to begin with, and he really wanted to go for the scalp.
Do you agree?
Come on, Kate, he's your brother. You tell me, you know him better than I do. Think he's on the level this time?
I honestly don't know. He's scared, and I hope that's enough to keep him on the straight and narrow.
How about your parents? How they holding up?
Oh, sometimes they blame Jamie, sometimes themselves, sometimes each other. Heard there's enough guilt in that house to keep the candles burning all winter. Let's talk about something else.
Still kind of hard to talk about your family, huh?
Oh, you're a fine one to talk about family. Do you, patch things up with Tina?
No, in fact, I think things are getting worse. See, some of Tina's problems now involve the law.
What did she do?
Nothing. Or maybe I'm the only one who believes she did nothing. So I guess in that respect, things are back to normal.
Cord, whatever it is, please don't let her use you again.
No, Kate, no, she's not going to use me. In fact, I think somebody's using her. See, the police came up with this note, supposedly from Allison Perkins, right? Claiming that Tina is Allison's accomplice.
Tina was involved in the kidnapping of you...
Yeah, according to the note, that's what it says. But I don't think so. I don't think she had anything to do with this Nikki Smith stuff.
Well, is the note the only piece of evidence?
I wish it were. See, the police also have the set of keys to Landfair and to Vicky's car. They picked it up at Tina's house in one of her coats. See, I don't believe it. And you think I'm a fool for believing it, don't you?
Cord, you know her a lot better than I do, and if you think she's innocent, who am I to say otherwise?
Thanks. I just wish the police were as optimistic about my opinion as you were.
Well, what does Tina think? Does she know how you feel?
She's got so many people going against her right now. She must feel all alone in the world.
Cord, are you going to go back to her? I know that she needs a lot of support, and it would be understandable.
No way, Kate. I'm never going back to her. Excuse me. Yeah, Cord Roberts.
Cord, I'm glad I got a hold of you.
Thanks, Clint. What's up?
I need to talk to you, son. Think you can spare me the time?
Yeah, no problem. What is it?
I'd rather not discuss it on the phone. Could you drop by Landfair?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? Bye.
What's up?
That's Clint. He really sounds upset about something. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cut this short, okay?
Don't apologize. Your father needs you. Come on, I'll walk you to your car.
Great, thanks. Mrs. Jimmy Owen?
I'd almost forgotten what real food tastes like.
We're going to have to fatten you up, aren't we, Charles?
Well, home cooking's supposed to do that. Here's hoping it works.
Dad, I'm the first to admit that it's going to take more than a home-cooked lunch to make me part of this family again.
Jamie, we're not going to dwell on your difficulties. We'll deal with them and share them together as the time comes.
I know, Dad. It's asking a lot for you to have any faith in me.
Your father has faith in you. We all do.
It's just the rest of the world we have to convince, son. We'll just have to learn to live with that part of it. Get rid of this.
Wait, Dad, let me have a look. Damn it, this just isn't fair. I mean, can't they see that you weren't trying to pull strings? You were just trying to save your own son's life?
Where are you going?
Well, I can't just sit here and let them smear you. I've got to do something about it.
Well, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go?
You're welcome to come along if you still don't trust me to be alone.
Well, we got to trust you sometime, son. I guess we can start now. Here's your keys.
Thanks, Dad. I won't be long.
Well, you can't say I'm not trying.
Excuse me, ma'am. Mrs. Buchanan is here to see you.
Thank you. I'm terribly sorry for intruding, Charles, Judith, especially today, but it's very important.
Well, that's all right, Vicky. I told you I'd always be here for you.
Thank you.
I have a feeling this is going to be between client and attorney, so please excuse me.
What? Why don't you sit down?
I'll get some tea for us.
No, thank you. Look, I need you to represent me, Judith.
Vicky, the charges against you were dropped.
Yes, well, I'm not talking about that. You see, I've asked Clint for a divorce, and he's refused.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But the thing is, he told me he's going to fight me tooth and nail, and I'm not going to let him get away with that.
Oh, let's just not start discussing legal actions. Tell me how you got to this decision. I have to know everything.
Yes, okay, I understand, and I will. But promise me you'll help me, Judith, please. I cannot be married to that man for one more minute.
Dry, skimpy diet breads, your history. Never again will I sacrifice this soft, fresh taste to save calories. And I will not sacrifice these full-size slices. I don't have to, because this is...
So, now that you know everything, will you represent me?
Well, you may not want me to after you hear what I have to say. I understand Clint's opinion and his point of view.
What point of view? He's trying to hold on to a marriage that doesn't exist.
Not now it doesn't, but this memory lapse of yours, it might correct itself.
That's beside the point.
That's exactly the point. When you realize you've broken your family up, you may not feel good about that. You may think differently about it.
Oh, hardly expected that reaction.
We're not just talking about you, Vicky, or your marriage, or Clint.
Oh, I know, the children. I'm thinking about them. In the long run, this will be the best thing for them.
Vicky, I am not convinced of that because, you see, I have learned by bitter experience that you cannot give your children enough love and support. I'm really very sorry. You're very bound up in your family's problems now. I shouldn't have intruded. I'm sorry. Look, it's true. My family does have a lot of problems, but it's helping me understand yours. And as a friend and an attorney, I really think you should try and make the marriage work. If you've managed to hold your family together, then you're to be congratulated. But unfortunately, mine is beyond repair. You haven't given it a chance, Vicky. Well, thank you for your advice. If you don't want to handle the case, I'll find a lawyer who will. Wait a minute. Are you sure that you don't have an alternative? None. All right, I don't want someone else handling your interests, so why don't we meet tomorrow and see what we can do about it? Oh, Judith, thank you. Now I can rest easy knowing that you're with me.
Well, go ahead. Tell me, do you think I'm a damn fool for fighting for a woman who doesn't even want me?
Hell, Clint, am I a fool for defending a woman I don't even want?
Well, now, that's easy. Yeah, you are.
Oh, wait, just hold it a minute there.
No, wait a minute, Cord. I can't believe that you still think Tina is innocent. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be facing a divorce.
Yo, I can't believe that you're blaming Tina for what's going on with Vicky and her amnesia.
If it wasn't for Tina, it all started with this Nicky Smith business.
I don't want you talking like that, all right, Clint? Now, whatever evidence the police have on Tina... Will you listen to us? How can two grown men let two women get under our skin like this?
I think it's called love and marriage.
I think it's a real shame if we let whatever's happening in our marriages right now come between us. Because I think we need each other's support right now more than anything. Look, Clint, all you need now is time. Time to hold off this divorce until Vicky gets her memory back.
Cord, time isn't the only enemy here. There's also Tom Dennison. And he may have already won the battle.
Busy.
Jamie!
Shh. It's nice to see you, too.
Get out of here. I'm going to call security.
You don't have to call for help. Haven't you read the papers? I'm out on bail. Free and clear. I can come and go as I please. Well, aren't you going to tell me how happy you are to see me?
What do you want?
Not a thing, but I would like to see your boss.
Dorian? What about?
She is the voice of Landview, isn't she? I'm hoping she'll let me set the record straight.
And how do you plan to do that?
By appearing on her telecast today as her very special guest. I want the world to know the truth about Jamie Sanders.
I knew you had the nerve, but I never thought you were out of your mind.
I just want the airtime to make a public apology, that's all.
If you think one person in Lambview is going to believe you, then you are worse off than I thought you were. Now get out.
Diane, I'm disappointed in you. I should have known better than to expect your forgiveness. But I'm afraid I'll just wait and hear what Dorian has to say.
Dorian is out, but I can tell you exactly what she's going to say. Not on your life.
Well, that might be her first response, but if you speak on my behalf, I'm sure...
Forget it, Jamie.
Listen, Diane, I can make something out of my life just like you. I mean, you might say that our fates are bound together, just like the night of the accident.
I don't want to talk about that.
Listen, I'm not going to tell anybody you were driving the car that night Allison Perkins was hit.
You stomped the accelerator.
Well, nobody has to know the details, as long as you didn't tell anyone.
Well, I wish I could. I can still see her there in the headlights.
I know, it was a terrible accident. I wish I could turn back time and change history. But neither you or I can do that. I pray every night that she'll come out of her coma and live. Well, take care, Diane. Hey, Reggie, how's it going?
What are you doing here?
Is that any way to greet an old pal?
I got nothing to say to you, my man.
We used to talk a lot at Statesville. Seems to me we could find something to talk about now.
I don't know, Clint. I don't want to give her any false hope, but then again, I just can't walk away from her.
No, of course not. That's out of the question.
And I know that half the people in this town have already convicted her. I know how you feel about her.
Yeah, well, my